Welcome into week 15 intentional lounging brought to you by Better and Green. Guys, we had a complete reset of OBS. It was stopped working. We're back to the old layout today, and I know what the comments are going to say. You know, Ben, you're so handsome. Ben, you're so funny. I've read them all. But Wyatt was the big winner last week, 11-3 days.
Wow.
For Wyatt. The 4 that we agreed on, 4-0 last week. Ethan, I'd be careful. He's 1 away from you now. 113 to 94. Wyatt 112 and 95. Me,
Wow.
105, 102.
Wow.
Okay. What did I do last week? I feel like last week I just freeballed it right when we got on. So
Erase everything from your thoughts.
yeah, maybe that's the move.
We're just doing a lot of hard resets over here on Better and Green. Guys, a week from tomorrow, the new app, the Better and Green app, comes out for premium members. For the regular users, once again, it's always free to sign up. That will be going live January 1. So make sure you guys check in for that. And speaking of January 1, we are donating $1 to St. Jude for every new subscriber we get between now and the first day of 2026. Welcome in, everybody. Got a lot of games to talk about. We and Ethan talked about it on the 5-minute wager last night. By the way, 2 picks that me and Ethan said we were definitely on, told people to be on, 2-0. Those 6 picks we gave, 5-1. Right now, very, very hot. This is definitely a show you do not want to miss. A channel you don't want to miss. I should just put it that way. A lot of shows going on. You guys are going to have a whole bunch of college football videos coming out. So make sure you guys check these guys out. Another reason to subscribe. Guys, I don't have a game today. Should I just come up with a number real quick, or should we get into the games, which we're starting early today, too, which that doesn't normally happen.
I think I'm ready to rock, but I
Okay.
will just say, you mentioned a lot of college football videos coming out, and yeah, we have none other than the Celebration Bowl kicking off on Saturday, SC State Prairie View. I know everyone wants it, but we're going to have it. So just stay tuned. I know people are licking their chops. Want to know the breakdowns? We'll have it.
Quick question to throwing it into those games. I want to ask Wyatt, is Notre Dame softer than a Pop-Tart?
Yeah, I mean, I don't know what they're up to over there. They had a cakewalk of a schedule. They lose the 2 games they play. They get kicked out of the playoffs. Again, hard to disagree with the ruling there, but then opt out of the bowl. So yeah, at least they can't get fined for opting out of the bowl because you don't belong in the conference. So they saved a couple $100,000 there. But yeah, I mean, if you ask the players, I think the other coaches and stuff, I think they would want to play. So yeah, I think it's a coward move. I'm not going to blame the players. I'm going to blame the coach and the rest of the staff, because I think these players want to play another game, even if it doesn't mean anything. They definitely want to play. So yeah, not good for the sport, not good for Notre Dame. But yeah, I think the committee ultimately made the right decision. Notre Dame's just a little upset. But at the end of the day, just join the freaking conference. Solves everything.
Yeah. Yeah, what a letdown, man. What a letdown. Going into this first game, you know what? I'll throw it in real quick, and then I'll do a quick little spiel. So we're going to talk about Thursday night here first, guys. We're talking the Atlanta Falcons heading to Tampa Bay to face the Buccaneers. Buccaneers 4.5-point home favorites, over-under set at 44.5. Buccaneers coming off an outright loss, which once again, that was a 3-0 pick there. That was one of the 4 rides that we had. Not even, we had them, +8? Saints +8, they went outright. So that was just a great hit by us. I've developed an AI writer for the website. This new one, it's DataForge AI, and I wanted it to just find some bets for me. Like, all right, this week, just give me a couple good ones. It picked this game, which I was a little interested in, and it really liked the Buccaneers. So I think I will take the Buccaneers here at a bounce back spot. I know we were talking about taking the Falcons plus the points, and Buccaneers haven't looked great, but Buccaneers are starting to get healthy, and I feel like the first week of my AI engine, I want to be nice to it and side with it just to get it started off. I'll fade it in the future, but give me the Buccaneers minus the 4.5 for Thursday Night Football. Wyatt, what do you think?
I'm unfortunately going to have to disagree with the AI chat here. I'm going to
Okay.
take the Falcons on the spread. Falcons eliminated from the playoffs. Bucks not looking good, but the nice thing about being in a terrible conference is the Bucks are still odds-on favorite to win the NFC South, which is crazy at 7-6. So they're definitely okay, but they've looked like ass. And I think the Falcons, I don't really know what's going on with Atlanta. I think they have a really good team. Like their roster is pretty good. Quarterback is obviously the issue, but Bijan should be the best running back in the league. I don't know why he's not. And you have Algier, who plays great. You have Drake London, who's battling injuries, but still a decent wide receiver. You have Kyle Pitts, who has been a big letdown, but I definitely think Pitts will eventually. Well, he's never going to figure it out, but he can at least be a top 10 tight end in the league if he wants to. And I don't know. I think it's a good spot for Atlanta. I think people are going to be eager to jump on Tampa after an embarrassing loss. So a good comeback win. It's a divisional game, means a lot for Tampa. But I think the Falcons are going to come out firing, eliminated from the playoffs. They have nothing to lose. They're just playing spoiler. So I like the Falcons to keep this one close, maybe even win it outright.
Okay.
Yeah, I am not going to side with the AI bot either in this one. I actually like the Falcons quite a bit in this game. Yeah, I think the spot here is really good for Atlanta. Got absolutely embarrassed last week. Unfortunately, I was on Atlanta. And that one was close in the first half, 6-6 at halftime. Opening kickoff of the second half, return for a touchdown. Seattle never looked back. Now they traveled to Tampa, lost in week 1 to this Buccaneers team that was on a Baker Mayfield last-minute touchdown there to win that game. Like Wyatt said, Falcons eliminated from playoffs, but they're going to want to play spoiler here. Somehow, some way, Tampa Bay is fighting with the Cats for that division. Never would have saw it coming. But, this is anyone's division at this point, at least for those two. So, yeah, I think Falcons are going to want to play spoiler. They've already played the Bucs once and Carolina twice, so this is their last shot to really spoil one of their division rival season here. And they're on primetime, so it's really the two spots where a team eliminated from the playoffs will show up and play their best game against a divisional team on primetime, and you even get the spoil spot there as well. So also Tampa still has 3 games left on deck after this. Carolina twice in those 3 games. So don't love the spot here for Tampa. Give me the Falcons at the plus 4.5. Agree. I think they could win outright.
I don't blame you guys at all. The one thing I do know is that if you're building something, especially like robotic, and you're the creator, you don't want to piss it off. I don't want to make it mad. I'm not taking chances. I'll be wrong. I'll take one loss this week and protect myself going forward. I don't know what I'm doing over there. Real quick question, too. The touchdown token for this week. Why it's for the first and last touchdown. Who are we looking at? I wanted to throw this out to you because it'd be really easy to take Bijan or Bucky. What about, I gotta find him real quick, Charlie Warner at plus 1,300. Just one of those randos.
Don't even know who that is.
I know. He's a tight end. I don't know what number. Maybe the backup to Pitts.
I mean, I'm always a sucker for Pitts. I've lost a lot of money on that guy, but is London healthy? What's his deal?
I think he's out.
He's out. I like Pitts, but again, I just think there's good value. But I keep thinking he's going to turn it around, and he's been in the league for 4 or 5 years and still sucks. But I like Pitts.
He's plus 235. Ethan, do you have a thought?
Kirko.
Ooh. Kirko Chinese.
Kirko
or Baker.
Okay. I actually kind of thought about Baker too. That means it will 1,000% be like Tampa Bay or Falcons defense with a kick return touchdown.
Hey, Rodgers ran one in last week. Why can't Kirk?
That's true. That's true. The Achilles squad.
Yeah, there you
go. Kicking off Sunday, we got the Commanders versus the Giants. Giants 2.5-point home favorites. Over under set at 47.5. Ethan, what do you think?
Hope OBS didn't delete your graphic here. This has to be the puke in the mouth game of the week.
Here it is.
I think I'm going to vomit.
And he did vomit.
I honestly don't have a play. Didn't we see this team's tie 20-20 like 2 years ago? That's probably where it's going to end. I'll give out Washington plus the points. It's honestly one I probably needed to look into a little bit deeper, and I just haven't yet. So give me the points with Washington here. I like Mariota over Jaden Daniels anyway for the rest of the season, so I'm glad Daniels is out. And New York, really young pieces sitting with the number 1 overall pick right now, and I know a lot of the players don't really, want a new fresh guy coming in and potentially taking one of their jobs, but how cool would it be to get a first-round pick to go along with Abdul Carter, Jackson Dart, Malik Neighbors, Cam Scadaboo? I'll take Washington. No idea why.
I love tie. I just had to write that one down. Feels like it's always the NFC East that has a tie. I think Dallas has a tie against Green Bay. But yeah, I love that so much. I wrote it down. I'll throw $5 on that. I have Washington too, but really no real reasoning. Again, if I'm going to bet it, I'm going to bet that tie because I absolutely love that. I can easily see that happening, but I think this is a coin flip. I'll take the points with the Commanders because I think it's going to be a closer game, but really no real advice on this one besides tie. I just fell in love with that. Thank you for bringing that up.
I should have started talking with the accent as I did. That's exactly what I said. I said I should have started is what I meant to say. I talked with an accent towards the end of last week's episode because I was on an island, man. And I'm staying on the island, man. I'm going to be on the Jackson Dart. He's bagging baddies. I think he's going to bag a dub in this game.
Is he bagging baddies?
Hey, I saw it. I saw a post today. I think it's NFL Memes or one of those pages. They're like, it's not confirmed, but look at this. And they had a bunch of pictures. We'll see.
Interesting.
We'll see. Yeah, it was. I'll try to find that link. I'll send it to you. But I like the Giants to get this done at home, man. It's just Washington. They had like the devastating Zach Ertz injury. And the vibes are bad over there in Washington. They got nothing left to play for. Neither of these teams have anything to play for. But Giants, an up-and-coming team. Jackson Dart, still interesting. I think he's going to be the hardest guy playing on the field. He's going to have the most to gain. Just in aura farming. So give me Jackson Dart here to get the win. And I got to say, too, did you put up pennants behind you? Do we give an addition?
Yeah, I did, yes. Yes.
And look at that. You got Washington's one of the ones that made it up.
Well, the Redskins made it up. If that was Commanders, that would not be anywhere.
Well, we get the next game here pulled up. We have it's time, bro. We got the Cleveland Browns versus Chicago Bears. Bears 7.5 point favorites. Over-under set at 39.5. Wyatt, we finally got a win. Fading the Bears. Now it's like a rock on a hard place. Do you take Chicago or do you take Caleb?
Dude, I want both teams to just not exist. I want both quarterbacks off this earth. God damn. I have the Bears circled. I do think the Bears are the better team. But 7.5 points, man, that's a lot. I need the Bears to lose. I'm gonna flip it. I'm not gonna bet my heart. Give me Cleveland here. I think it's too many points. I need the Bears to lose for the Lions to have any hope. So yeah, give me the Browns to keep it within a touchdown here. Really no real reasoning. Good defense, I guess. I'm still not sold on Chicago at all. Like, I do not think they're a 9-4 team. I know Ethan is kind of in the same boat. I know you are as well, Ben, but I could definitely see this team not making the playoffs. I think it's like plus 200, plus 300, not make the playoffs. I still like that bet. So yeah, I originally had the Bears, but I'm going to flip it to the Browns. I think they keep it within. It's also supposed to be like 12 degrees, which again makes me kind of like the over. I know people are obsessed with unders when it comes to bad weather games, but if it's going to be a lower scoring game, I'll take the underdog if it's above a touchdown.
Yeah, slightly on the Browns here for me. Won't be banging this game. Finally got the win with Green Bay last week, and that was close. I don't even know if Green Bay necessarily deserved that. Well, they kind of did. Bears defense is not very good, but I will say, guys, even though he paints his nails, Caleb Williams actually does have a future in the NFL. He's actually pretty good, so I will give him that. His scramble ability is just I gave him no credit for his scramble ability, and it just keeps a lot of plays alive. So, and he's getting his passes a little bit better, except for that interception. But Yeah, I just I think the spot's tough for the Bears. They're feeling pretty confident about at least their playoff positioning. You would think, well, maybe not with the Lions right behind them, but they do have the Packers again next week on deck. So it's a Packers sandwich. Obviously, let that game get away. So I do think it's a pretty tough spot. And then you have Cleveland off. They got the win in Shadur's first start in Las Vegas. Then they had 2 home games, lost them both. Now they're back on the road. I think it's a good thing to get Shadur back on the road now. Fans obviously not happy in Cleveland. They're never happy in Week 15 in Cleveland. So I think it's good to get away from home, slightly on the Browns, but really don't want to. I don't think the Bears are a good team, but after fading them back-to-back weeks, I'm okay taking a week off.
What a shocker. We are all finally in agreement. It only took us getting to Cleveland in the third game. I mean, I clown you. I had the whole segment about Shador in the bag last week. I don't got anything planned this week. But reality, it's this Browns defense. So I think everything you guys said is accurate. It's going to be a cold game. It's going to be a low-scoring game. That's a really high number, 7.5 for a 39.5 score total. So unless you're expecting it to go over, it's going to be a really hard to get to that number. It's probably going to be ugly. And I could see, Chicago wins by 7. You got that hook there. So
Right.
I like Cleveland quite a bit at the plus 7.5.
I do have to correct you quick, Ben. You said it just took us getting to the Browns to all agree. No, it was getting to fading the Bears is why we all agree.
Okay. There you go. Thank you. And you said scrambling ability for Caleb Williams. Are you talking eggs or rushing?
Eggs in the morning and then little rush on the field, just a little bit.
Okay, gotcha.
Him and his apron in the morning, though. Yeah, I can see it.
And nothing else. Let's talk AFC North. We got the Ravens facing the Bengals in Cincinnati. Bengals 2.5-point home dogs. Over-under sit at 52.5. Joe Burrow threw some excellent interceptions at the end of that game. Just absolutely gifted that game to the Bills in a game the Bengals were leading pretty well in. What do you think, Wyatt? Do you think that the Bengals get it done here at home, or do the Ravens turn it around? Somebody has to win this game.
Someone does. That is, well, they could tie. Yeah, this is a tough one for me. I mean, the Ravens have looked terrible for 2 straight weeks. Cincinnati, since the return of Joe Burrow, I know they lost last week to Buffalo, but they were up in that game. It was close. They look like a much better team, obviously, before Joe Burrow came back. And then, they win the game before that too. So I think Cincy's on an uphill moving uphill and then
upward trajectory.
That's what it is. That's what it is. That's what I was trying to say. Thank you for figuring that mashed potatoes out of my brain. And then Baltimore's going on a downhill trajectory. See, I just said that word.
You got it.
Yeah, I'm gonna take. I think it's the wrong play, but I'm gonna take a shot on Cincy. I'm here for it. I do enjoy Joe Burrow. I'm here to see him make a little. I know they don't really have much of a chance, but make a little hopeful playoff run. If they lose, they're probably out. But win out for Cincy, that becomes entertaining. So I'm gonna take a shot just because I enjoy rooting for the Bengals. And again, maybe if Baltimore misses the playoffs, maybe John Harbaugh to Michigan. I don't know. So I guess I can root for that. But yeah, don't love the bet. Really excited to watch it. But yeah, small lean on Cincy for me.
Yeah, this is fishy line number 1 of 2 on the week here. And it's one where, to me, it's just very hard to bet. I mean, I'm going to take Baltimore here because I think that's the fishy side. I think everyone's going to be rushing to bet Cincinnati. And why not? Cincinnati has looked incredibly so much better than Baltimore the last 2 weeks since Burrow's return. I mean, hell, they had a head-to-head win against them on Thanksgiving night. So I think people are going to really look back to that. And then how the hell is Baltimore favored on the road when they literally just lost to them, less than 2 weeks ago? So the line is incredibly fishy. But, the Ravens have looked terrible. I guess I'm kind of done expecting the Ravens to turn the ship around. I think Lamar is injured, dumb. I don't really know what's going on with Lamar, but he's struggled. Last 2 losses, both at home. They get on the road. So, again, similarly to Cleveland, I think it's actually a decent spot to get on the road. Burrow's 2 games since returning, both on the road. Now he's back home, which you think is a decent spot. I don't really know. I'm going to say it's not the best spot. So I'll take a stab with Baltimore, but it's not a game I think I'll end up betting just because, this could be people still expecting the Ravens to show something and they're just dead in the water. So I'll take a stab with Baltimore just because the line's pretty fishy, and I hope they win.
I got to see more from Baltimore, man. Lamar Jackson's played bad, and you just keep waiting for him to turn it around. But sometimes it's just not your year. I'm the resident Chiefs fan here. You know how much I love my boy Mahomes. I took, besides the Houston bets I loaded up on last week, I did one player prop. That was a Mahomes anytime interception, and he threw 3 of them. So sometimes, there's nothing, no hate on the quarterback. Won multiple MVPs. Lamar Jackson, I'm not saying he's a bad quarterback. He's just not playing great this year. And you get a hungry Cincinnati team, which, man, how can you be this good but not make the playoffs in back-to-back years? Which part of it, you're going to blame it on the Burrow injury, but haven't we done that 3 other years for this Bengals team? It's like at some point, someone's got to step up. So give me Cincinnati to get this win. I think we're in a very real possibility where we don't see the Ravens, Bengals, or the Chiefs in the playoffs this year. I really think so.
Yeah.
That should be a cakewalk for Buffalo, just saying.
Yep.
Yes.
Those are all their kryptonites.
Yeah. Yep. Lock them in. The Arizona Cardinals head to Houston to face the Texans. Texans 9.5-point home favorites, over under set at 42.5. Houston coming off a huge win at Arrowhead, pretty much locking in their spot above the Chiefs when it comes down to crunch time. So, Ethan, what do you think about this game?
Dude, I have no idea. I hate this slate, by the way. Give me the Cards.
Yep.
It's a lot of points. I've talked all year about how this team shoots themselves in the foot. They had a positive win differential when they were sitting at like 3-6 or whatever the hell their record was. Not a good team. They did get blown out again last week. But now, if you remember last week, I said their only 2 blowouts were against divisional opponents in the second game. Well, now they got blown out by the Rams in their first game against the Rams, but still, all 3 blowouts are divisional. So I'll take a stand. This one's not divisional. Texans off a very huge win. Now they're hosting an NFC opponent, which is just not a huge game on their schedule, although I know their division is incredibly tight. So do I think the Cards are going to win this game outright? Of course not. They find a way to lose every single game they're in. I think they can keep it within a score, though.
Yeah, I'm right there with you. I'll take the Cardinals on the spread. Obviously, Houston with one of the best defenses in the country, and that defense does play better at home, which is definitely scary. But I just think it's a little too many points. I'm still not sold on Houston's offense. I think their defense is keeping them alive. And, if it's going to be a lower scoring game, then I'm definitely going to take the big spread. That's up to double digits on some books here for Arizona. So, yeah, I think it's going to be a Houston win, but low scoring game where Arizona covers the big spread here.
I love this game. What a definition of a letdown spot here, right? I mean, Ethan was just saying it. They're out of the AFC. It's not a game they have to worry about playoff seeding wise. If they take a loss, they're down a game. You're at home. You're against a backup quarterback. You're against Jacoby Brissett, which, I mean, I feel like he's still getting discounted, even though he's played better than Kyler this year. There's just like a lot of factors going into this game that make me really like the Cardinals. Once again, I also loved what Ethan said, that we're not calling for the Cardinals money line at plus 425, but the plus 9.5, that's a lot of points. And if you look at that game last week, if we don't have that, if Nico's not going for a pass and gets lit up with his head getting slammed, that was a different part of the game. Someone touched his shoulder pads and he slipped. Yeah, if that doesn't happen, that drive stops. They only scored 13 points that game. So exactly what Wyatt said. This offense is not as good as a lot of people think. I say a lot of people think. I don't think a lot of people think the Houston Texans offense is very good. They used to be good. There's a lot of clout with C.J. Stroud still, but yeah, I like Arizona. Arizona's defense has been a little sneaky too. If they can get just enough stops, I like them to get this one done. This is one of my favorite plays of the week, I think, that Arizona plus the 9.5.
Right. I think you guys just opened my eyes to that. I actually love Arizona. I'm going to bet Arizona.
Good.
Because I'm just looking to Wyatt mentioned with the Houston's offense. Yeah, Houston in their last 4 wins have only put up 20, 20, 23, and 16. You're asking Arizona to get like 10 points.
Right.
12 points. Also, their last wins at Kansas City, at Indianapolis, home against Buffalo, 3 massive wins. Buffalo was Thursday night. Before that, at Tennessee, divisional, home against the Jags, divisional. That was that massive comeback win. Yeah, this is the flattest spot possible for the Texans. Those were
Right.
5 massive wins. All AFC, 3 divisional, 3 on the road. Chiefs, Bill, yeah, give it to me. Love Arizona.
Yeah, that's premium pick quality right there. All right, the Bills head to New England to face the number 1 seeded New England Patriots. Patriots are 1.5 point home dogs. Over under set at 50.5. Wyatt, I'm sending it to you first, dude.
Yeah, I think this is my favorite bet of the day or of the week. And that is going to be Buffalo. I will take them on the money line. New England got the best one in the first game at Buffalo, 23-20, probably New England's best win of the year. Besides that, New England really doesn't have, they have 1 or 2 other good games. I forget what they are, but every other game is against the bottom feeders of the league. I think they've played 9 of the worst teams in the league. It's not really their fault because, some teams in the division are just terrible, like the Jets, but this isn't a number 1 seed. This is not a serious Super Bowl contender in the Patriots. They're just not. They've had a very advantageous schedule. I know they've already beat Buffalo, which makes me like Buffalo again in the revenge. I just think Buffalo is a much better team. Buffalo is clicking right now. Buffalo is my Super Bowl favorite at the moment. I think Buffalo is going to roll the Patriots and kind of open people's eyes to the Patriots are just good based off of beating off. Or wow.
Whoa! Pause.
Wait.
Hey, yo.
Wait. They're just kind of good just beating up on crappy teams. So I like Buffalo big. I think Buffalo might make this game pretty ugly. I'm also benching Drake May. I don't think he's going to have a good game. I am starting Joe Burrow against the Ravens.
Ooh, yeah.
So benching Drake May. I think it's going to get ugly. I think Buffalo wins big.
All righty. Freudian slip there. Wow. Okay.
Yeah. Sorry.
Talking about the Bills. Talking about his Josh Allen.
Yeah, I got to say.
Started with Josh Allen.
I love Buffalo a lot. Like, this reminds me of 2023. It was my biggest play I've ever had. And it was Niners money line against Philly. I just looked it up here. Niners were 9-3. This was December 3rd, so pretty similar timing, 1 week prior, I believe. Going into Philadelphia to face the 10-2 Eagles. Everyone was in love with the Eagles. You got a short price on them. San Fran won that game 42-19. Wasn't even close. Was an easy, no sweat. I might do that again with Buffalo here. I just love the Bills. They're by far the better team. I know people are going to argue with me over that because New England has the head-to-head with them, but I mean, that was so long ago. That wasn't a great spot there for Buffalo. And yeah, they've rattled off, 8 wins since then, 9 wins since then. I think they've won 10 in a row. But now they have their bye week. So that's that momentum stopping bye week. Never like a team on a long win streak, especially 10 games, to have that bye kind of halt all their momentum. They're a win and into the playoff situation. So they have 4 games to do so. They have no pressure to get a win in this game, especially with the head-to-head win. More pressure on Buffalo in the spot here. I think Buffalo is by far the better team. Yeah, I love Buffalo. We're getting a really nice price because I think the Patriots are taking money as well. Patriots might somehow go off as the public side here. I love Buffalo.
Man. Buffalo, if we're talking about the last couple of years, yeah, Buffalo's a better team. I know the Patriots have not had a great schedule. They've had an easy schedule, and that's why I'm so high on the Chiefs for next year. But you can only play with the guys you can only play the teams that are in front of you. They should have lost to the Ravens week 1. The Bills should have. Then they did lose to the Falcons. Lost to the Dolphins by 17. Lost to the Texans. And then should have lost to the Bengals last week. So they've not played well this season. Josh hasn't played great. James Cook hasn't played great, fumbling the ball out of the end zone. My biggest qualm, and I think we talked about this yesterday, I just think I don't like Sean McDermott. I don't think he's a good coach. Everybody's calling for Andy Reid's job. I think Buffalo should be pissed. I mean, you guys have had years of falling short in the playoffs. You were close, but it's bad play calling by McDermott. It gets him every time. This Patriots team, I just think that if Buffalo makes just a couple mistakes, they're not going to be able to come back from it. And you got the New England plus 1.5. I wouldn't even mess with that. Just take New England on the money line. I think New England wins this game at home, and I feel like Buffalo has been the better team, and it's easy to say that they're just going to split because New England won the last one. And I mean, I agree with it too. You would say that they would probably Buffalo's due to win this game. I just don't know if they do. I wonder if that New England defense is just too tough, and New England squeaks out a tough. I think it's going to be a close game. It's a nasty game. Obviously, with the spread 1.5, Vegas thinks it'll be close too. But give me the home team and give me Vrabel. I think that's the biggest difference for me.
Don't forget those Patriots lost at home to the Raiders. Should be 12-1.
True. You're right. You're right.
12-1.
And the
I know that was and the Steelers. I know that was week 1 or whatever it was, but
that is actually crazy. Their 2 losses are Raiders and Steelers, both at home. That is nuts.
Fair.
Yeah.
Fair
game.
points.
I'm looking forward to it.
Let's talk
Also,
about
you can say, Bills losing to the Dolphins, blown out by the Dolphins wasn't great. But anyways, keep going.
Absolutely. Nobody's perfect. Nobody's perfect. Rams just got, they just blew out the Cardinals after losing to the Panthers the week before?
Yeah.
That's the NFL.
Yeah.
New York Jets head to Jacksonville to face the Jaguars. Jags, 13.5 point favorite. Over under set at 41.5. All hail the Prince at DraftKings, apparently. Give me the Jets. That 13.5 seems way too high. You got Breece Hall still. You got some playmakers in New York. Who's the quarterback going to be? I'm not sure. But I'm not laying 13.5 with Trevor Lawrence. There's just no way. I get Jacksonville's got something to play for, and the Jets season's dead, but just the points. It's almost 2 touchdowns, and I'm not laying that. What do you think, Ethan?
Yeah, I'll take the Jets because I just agree. Too many points here. Don't want to lay 2 touchdowns basically with Trevor Lawrence, and Jags are off just a massive win over the Colts.
Yeah.
I know it was kind of skewed a little bit with the Daniel Jones injury, that's crazy in and of itself. We'll talk about the Colts here, but I think it's just a letdown spot. Too many points. I am not a fan of laying 2 touchdowns in the NFL.
I'll keep this really short. It'll be a trifecta on the stinky Jets. Too many points, man. What are we doing here? It's Trevor Lawrence. I don't trust it. So too many points. I think the Jets easily cover this game.
It's Jags at home, bro. It's Jags at home. Hey, I remember I got them when they were the second. They were like second in odds to win that division before the Daniel Jones injury. Looking spicy right now. Looking good right now.
Need those cards to win.
Yes. The Raiders head to Philadelphia to face the Eagles. Eagles 11.5 point home favorites. Another huge number. Over under set at 38.5. Wow, this is a 39-point game with almost a 12-point spread. Damn. All right. What do you think, Wyatt?
I mean, I don't know. I've kept making the same mistake this year. I've done it on the Chiefs a couple of times, just kind of waiting for them to turn it around. Right. I don't know if it's going to happen. I'm kind of in the same boat with Philly right now. I'm kind of waiting for them to turn it around. They have 3 losses in a row. This is a great spot for them to get some confidence back against a terrible team at home. I mean, the Raiders are just bad. They're just not good. I'm going to get square here. I'm going to take Philly. They got to bounce back. They got to figure something out. They got to get Hurts going at some way. Not having -4 fantasy points on one play. I mean, this is just a great game to build confidence moving into the final part of the season. So I'm going to get square and take Philly here. It's probably the wrong betting side, but I can't find a better spot than to get some confidence back. So I'm going to trust Philly once again to bounce back. Probably a terrible mistake.
Yeah, I got to say, I was just looking for it on Twitter. I kind of called this downfall for the Eagles here. Said it was very similar to their 2023 team, and sure enough, I mean, they're just in complete shambles right now. I'm going to take a stab with the Raiders. This will not be a bet because I've swore off betting on the Raiders for the season. They're maybe the worst football team I've actually ever seen with my own two eyes. But the Eagles, man, this team's broken, and I don't think that's going to get fixed. This team's not good. Yes, they need a win desperately here. They're probably still going to win their division and then get just waxed in the first round unless maybe they play the Bears. Who knows? They still have the Commanders twice and then a road game against the Bills on their schedule. A little more important than this one, that Washington game is a Saturday, kind of a standalone game there as well, which is on deck. So, yeah, I don't know. I just think it's going to be very low scoring. This offense is completely broken. So to lay the points with them, I just can't do it. So small lean on the Raiders, but I have no want to bet either of these teams right now.
Man, I'm going through that Derek Carr video that I sent you right now, Ethan. I'm trying to find it. Here we go. How many screenshot it so I don't lose it? All right, so I can show the people what state the Raiders are in right now. It's like an in memoriam. It's Derek Carr than the years that he played for them. That was posted very recently. That's not an old post. They're reliving the glory days. But I'm with you, Ethan. I think it's just too many points. This might be the first time I'm taking the Raiders this year. 5 turnovers. Is that bad? Holy cow. That was rough to watch, man. 2-on-1 play. It's just I unfortunately I think I live bet the Eagles there at the end when I got them at pretty good odds just on the money line. Didn't work out, but man, they're bad. They're not Raiders bad. They're not going to lose that game, but I've lost pretty much all faith in Hurts at this point. So the 11.5, I'll take the double digits, but I'm not going to like it.
Hear me out. They lose to the Raiders, fire Nick Sirianni. Michigan scoops up Nick Sirianni. Why?
Please, God, no. Please.
All right, Brian Kelly it is.
Oh, God. I should be on Suicide Watch, not Sharon.
All right, hear me out. They fire Sirianni. He joins the local circus. He sets all-time records. I don't know this game, so I'm going to send it to you guys first. I usually start with the Chiefs games, but Chargers plus 5.5 at Kansas City. Chiefs minus 5.5. Over-under set at 41.5. I should have just waited to get tickets. I'm going to the game next week. I should have just waited till later in the season. I could have got them for half the price. What do you think, Ethan? It feels like the Chiefs minus 5.5. Who's going to take that? Is what it feels like. But I really don't want to take them to beat the Chargers by that much. What do you think?
Yeah, I mean, this is officially line number 2 of the week, so
yeah.
I'm gonna have to lay it with the Chiefs. But I mean, it's the same. I've laid it. I played the Chiefs on Thanksgiving. I had a very small play on the Chiefs on Monday or Sunday, whenever they just played. And this, I mean, yeah, they're just really struggling right now. Line is banged up. Both of these offensive lines are really banged up.
Man.
But I just don't get how this is 5.5. I saw someone post in the stupid FanDuel group that I'm in, basically saying like Chargers is free money, and that's always red flag alert when I see people in that group thinking they found it. I'm like, yeah, that's usually not it. That was at 4.5. It's now moved to 5.5. I know Chargers are going to be the public side. Public has not wanted anything to do with the Chiefs the last few weeks, and I can't blame them for that. But yeah, again, I don't think I'll be jumping in with the Chiefs this week because I've done it twice in the last 2 weeks and they haven't come through. But line is so fishy. It's just got to be the Chiefs for the graphic for me here.
Yeah, I unfortunately agree, and I'm worried that I'm going to make the same mistake that I've made a couple of times on Kansas City this year, and I've made on Philly the last couple of years, including this week, or last couple of weeks, including this week where I took Philly. But yeah, fishy line, and Chiefs with a loss, they're out, and I keep waiting for the Chiefs to turn it around. They haven't found it yet, but maybe being on the brink of elimination, maybe that's enough to spark Travis Kelce into forgetting about his upcoming wedding and getting some years off of his age and finding if he has hands or whatever. But yeah, I got to take the Chiefs here. I could see a blowout, to be honest. These Chargers seems like they're in the game or they're losing 36-7. Like I'm not sold on Chargers at all, even though I do love my boy Jim, but I just don't think they're fantastic. I think the Chiefs in a must-win game is a scary situation. Maybe I'm a little biased because of the last 5, 6, 7 years where the Chiefs have just figured it out every single time. I don't know if they will this year, but I do think they advance one more week with playoff hopes in mind and get a win over the Chargers and cover in this game.
I don't think they figured it out, but I really need them to win this. So when I go to Nashville next week, it's not dead. I need something to look forward to, man. I guess I'll take Kansas City, just exactly what you guys said. The line's just too weird, man. I believe this game, I went to it last year. Chiefs vs. Chargers at Arrowhead, and I think they won 17-10. I could see something very similar to that here. I mean, once again, that's only 27 points. Over under here's 41.5. Makes me lean towards the under. The Chargers defense looked really good against the Eagles, but Eagles offense has looked really bad this year. So I think both these defenses are going to play well. But I think it might be something like that, especially since we're seeing the Kansas City 5.5 that nobody's taking, like a 10-7 exact score, like maybe just the tiniest sprinkle on that, because I feel like that's going to happen. Or maybe 9.
Yeah.
3 field goals. 9-17.
Funny, just quick comment about from that FanDuel group. I was reading comments on that post, and it goes back, Ben, to you betting on Mahomes to throw a pick. So it was like, how in the world is the Chargers favored, blah, blah, blah. And this guy was like, well, Hurts threw 5 picks against, or 3 picks against the Chargers. No way Mahomes is going to do that. Some guy just replies like, oh, like Mahomes literally just did this same week. Or he literally said like, Mahomes doesn't throw 3 picks in a game. It's like, well, he just did. But
He just did.
Yeah.
He just did that. To be fair, one of them's on Kelsey, but technically, that's 3 picks.
Yep.
That's 3 picks. The cash is all the same. Let's talk about that other team I'm going to go see. The Titans head to San Francisco to face the Niners. Niners are 12.5-point home favorites. Over-under sit at 44.5. Rock hard Brock the Rock. Give me... Actually, I need to look it up. I don't even know who I'm on here. I think I'm on... No, I'm on Tennessee. I'm on Tennessee plus the 12.5. Too many points. Who's going to want to take Tennessee? They're on the road. San Fran, looking good right now. Yeah, give me Tennessee. They're coming off that Browns win. Nah, still too many points. Plus the 12.5. Give me Tennessee. What do you think, Wyatt?
Yeah, I'm going to take a shot on San Fran. A lot of points, but, like you said, Tennessee off a win. I don't love that because they haven't won back-to-back games since Vietnam. San Fran just destroyed the Browns 2 weeks ago, 26-8. I mean, I could see a very similar score here. I really don't think Tennessee's going to have much offensive success, even though they just scored 31 points last week against a very good Browns D. So impressive. Also in rain/snow, again, very impressive. I think you gave out that over, Ethan, last week, so good call there. But I think this is going to be a dominating San Fran win, very similar to their score against the Browns, like 26-8 was that score. But I could see something very similar. Maybe a Titans team total on the under. I really think this offense is going to get stagnant after kind of exploding last week. So give me San Fran. I think they get it done on the spread.
Yeah, I'm going to say it's closer to the Monday night game against the Panthers, 20-9. So I'm going to lean with the Titans. Just too many points. I love the under in this game. But this game is so disgusting. I mean, only reason I'll lean with the Titans really is San Fran, 3-game win streak and the bye. Had the momentum stopper. This game means absolutely nothing. They have the Colts on deck. It's almost like they're just waltzing their way to the playoffs at this point. I just don't like necessarily the motivation here for the Niners. Take a stab with the Titans plus the points. Titans defense actually pretty good too.
All right, the Cats, the Carolina Panthers face the coming off a win New Orleans Saints. Saints are 2.5-point home dogs after a win. Over-under sit at 40.5. Wyatt. Let's rock with those Cats, baby.
I'm taking the Saints.
Oh, really?
I'm taking the Saints. I mean, sure, they beat the Bucs, but Carolina's fighting for that number one spot in the NFC or NFC South. And I don't know, like I get it. Saints, nice win. I still think the Panthers should be much more of a favorite here. So fishy line. I think these two teams are more similar than we think. I know Carolina has some great games and some games that they just look like the same old Carolina. So I'm going to hope that it's Carolina kind of plays to their opponent's level, which is ass in the Saints. So I think it's going to be a nasty little game, low scoring. They also already the Saints beat the Panthers already too. 17-7, the Saints won that game at Carolina. Oof. Damn it. Did not see that. I'm staying with the Saints. Give me the Saints. I absolutely hate it now, though. Should have checked that game 4 weeks ago. Probably should have looked at that one, but I'm going to stick with my gut. Give me New Orleans in this game.
Yeah, I said there was 2 fishy lines. There was 3 fishy lines, and this is the fishiest line of them all. I am on the Saints here. Saints outright. You haven't heard this one since probably 2015. Carolina's going to be the most publicly bet team of the week. No doubt about it. At 2.5, people are just going to put them in parlays, just not even think about it, just blindly take Carolina in this game. The fact that hasn't even hit 3 yet, it might hit 3 come Sunday, which would give me a little bit more pause. But if this game doesn't hit 3, that tells you everything you need to know. But yeah, it's definitely got to be New Orleans. I think Panthers are already the most public side for the week so far. And yeah, the line has not touched 3 yet. So I'll take a stab with the Saints here. But yeah, again, I won with the Saints last week. I won with the Saints against the Panthers in game 1. I don't know that I really want to play the Saints for a 3rd time this season. So I might sit on the sidelines here, but got to be the Saints for me.
We're not talking dogs. We're talking cats. If they're a dog or their favorite, I'm taking Carolina, man. I don't care if it's public. They're coming off a bye week. Saints coming off a win. I think that's good enough for me, man. I really do. Shuck is getting a lot of love right now. He was almost the cover profile picture. Not cover. The thumbnail for today's episode. I couldn't bring myself to do it. It had to be Stat Patty himself. I don't know. I'm on the Panthers. I just think they're just a lot better team here. I don't believe in Shuck. I just don't, man. So give me those Panthers to get it done. It's going to be the one. Well, we've seen it happen a couple times lately where the really heavy favorite ends up winning, or the really heavy betted one.
Yeah.
We'll see. All right. Let's talk about the Colts versus Seahawks. Seahawks 13.5 point home favorites. Over-under set at 42.5. I'm glad we got to this game because I try to have something for you guys. I'm already hyping it up more than I should. It's not that good, but one sec. This is a big line. And it makes me feel like, have you guys seen The Princess Bride? It's when they have the cups and he poisons one of the cups of wine, puts them in front of him, and he's like, I see, you did that because only a fool would take the drink in front of him. He'd switch it. But I'm not a fool, so that's why I am going to drink from this cup. Unless you knew that I wouldn't be fooled, so then you did put it in your head. It just keeps going back and forth. Man, I don't know. The 13.5, is that to force me onto the Colts because backup quarterback theory, Daniel Jones going down, put you on the Colts and you're getting almost 2 touchdowns? Or are you supposed to take the Seahawks, which are a much better team? I do have some stats here. They are number 2 in the least amount of yards allowed per carry, 4th best in stopping the run. So that's going to make Taylor's life a lot harder. I really don't know what side to be on here. I really don't. Like the other ones, I felt much better picking a side with the big spreads. I'm actually going to be on Seattle here, minus the 13.5. That game was 6-6 against the Falcons last week at halftime, and they ended up blowing them out. It was like, 31-9, something like that. Give me the Seahawks here. I could be drinking the poison because I have no clue. No clue for this one. Ethan, what do you think?
I'll keep it fairly short. If this is Brett Rippon, which I believe Riley Leonard is hurt enough to be out. If it's Brett Rippon, one of my favorite plays of the week. Give me Indianapolis. This has touched 14 on a few books as well. If this is Phillip Rivers, I don't want anything to do with this game. So, yeah, I'm not touching this if it's Phillip Rivers. I'm praying to God Brett Rippon gets named that starter because I will fall in love with Indianapolis this week. I already have. Yeah, the Seahawks off just a dominant win. Yet another dominant win. That's 2 in a row. Thursday night game with the Rams on deck, the team that they have most recently lost to, the team that they're fighting for the division. It's a terrible spot here for Seattle. So I love Indy as long as we aren't getting old man Phil on that field.
I mean, come on. If we get old man Phil, you're not going to sprinkle a little bit on Colts money line here? I mean, come on, man. That dude, have you seen his face? He looks like since retirement, he's just been sitting on the couch ripping 12 packs a day. Like that guy is, he's a 44-year-old grandpa. Like that dude has a fat ass face. Yeah, give me the Colts. I think it's fun. I don't think it's a great betting opportunity, but if the Colts win outright with Phillip Rivers and I didn't bet it, I'm going to be kicking myself. So it's a terrible bet, but I'm here for the ride. Give me the Colts here.
Philly Jr. over under 4.5 receiving yards. Wait, are his kids old enough to play in the NFL yet? Somebody stat check that. Bronny,
he has a grandkid, so. Yeah. But I believe his two oldest are girls, so.
Felina.
2 years.
Give it 2 more
2
years.
I can play.
We play with his sons. Good for him. Hey, we're to those Lions. Detroit, baby. The Lions head to Los Angeles to face the Rams. Rams 5.5-point home favorites. Over under a hot 55.5. Wyatt, what do you think?
I mean, it seems pretty easy just to keep taking Lions overs. When they're this high, I know it's probably pretty public, but the Lions just always put up points. Their defense is terrible. We all know Stafford against his old team. Stafford's weapons have been unreal this year. I don't see a world where this doesn't go over that total. I think both teams get into the 30s here. So this, I'm not going to overthink it. Just take the over. I feel like it always hits in a Lions game like this. In regards to the game spread, 5.5, that pesky line. I really think the Rams are way better than Lions. This is turning into pretty much a must-win game for the Lions if they want to make the playoffs here. I'm going to take the Rams money line, but for the graphic, give me the Lions to cover. I think this is going to be a 3 to 4 point Rams win. I think the Lions maybe have a chance to win at the game, but I definitely think they're within striking zone to cover that spread.
Yeah, I got to keep the hope here. I'm going to give out the Lions. I think the Lions are going to be a public dog, which just makes me not happy about it. But, yeah, the Lions are fully back to we're just going to outscore you. Keep up if you can. You're probably not going to stop us too many times. And, yeah, I would not argue anyone off the over. I think that's probably the best play. That's also probably going to be square. But I don't see how this game stays under the total. I really don't, unless the Lions just get completely shut down offensively and the Rams at that point would win and cover this game. But I think it's going to be a shootout. I think the spot here actually favors Detroit. I like that they have the added rest from the Thursday night game. They were getting a lot of guys back. I know Mahogany is back at practice today, so getting some O-line help. Even the other guys on the O-line, Decker, Sewell, they've been banged up, so getting a few extra days. It might be the healthiest they've been. Amon-Ra's ankle is going to be a lot healthier. Kirby Joseph is back, so that's huge for the secondary. I know Branch is out now, but just getting a lot of guys back. I kind of like the fact that they're hitting the road. They're still in a dome, warm area. Jared Goff's, kind of home field there. So I don't think they're playing in LA. Weird spot for the Rams. They had 2 road games. Now they're back home before 2 more road games, and their next one up on the road at Seattle, Thursday Night Football. Not a great spot here for the Rams. So I don't know if I can get myself to back the Lions. I'm going to have too many emotions in the game already, but I do think this is a decent spot here for Detroit.
I'm on the Rams here. I'm going to be on a lot of islands this week. Once again, I've been looking at the money percentages versus the betting percentages. I feel like I've been a little bit too much of a slave to that in the past, and then it's kind of bit me. So I'm trying to go more with what I think is going to happen as well. I've got the Rams in this one, just with Stafford being at home. Once again, like you guys said, this is Goff's familiar with that place. Stafford against it, there's just so many narratives that you can use here. But that Rams defense is playing very good right now. I think Detroit still scores, but man, at the 5.5, I feel like it's gonna be right there. I feel like it could be within 7 to 10. This game worries me. If the Lions win, I'm gonna be happy. I'm rooting for the Lions in this game, but the side I would have to pick the Rams here just because of that defense, man. Let's keep talking about defenses, though. We got the Packers heading to Denver to face the Broncos. Broncos 2.5-point home dogs over instead of 42.5. Ethan, what do you think about this one?
Cash for the Packers last week, and I think we're going to cash for the Packers again this week. I like Green Bay quite a bit in this game. Last week was as much a play on Green Bay as it was a fade of Chicago. Same exact thing here. Do I think Green Bay is a true Super Bowl caliber team? Probably not. But Denver is probably further from it. Denver is going to be the public side at home, catching points, 11-2. Yes, I know you can only beat who's on your schedule, and they've been doing nothing but winning, but it just hasn't been that impressive. They're not blowing any team out, and I just think it's a tough spot for them to be in. They're against an NFC opponent on deck. They still have the Jags, the Chiefs, the Chargers. So 2 divisional games there, and then a team sitting atop their current division there in their same conference. Just don't think the spot's good for Denver. I've been waiting for a good time to jump in and fade this team. I think we get it this week. Line's a little bit fishy as well. Give me Green Bay. Think they win. Think they cover. Think it could potentially get a little bit ugly.
I'll keep this one short because I agree with everything you said. I'm not sold on Denver. I'm honestly, I think, more sold on Denver than the Patriots. But again, not sold on either team, really. Both not true Super Bowl contenders in my eyes. And Green Bay's a scary team if they get hot. We've seen them have 4 great weeks in a row. They beat Detroit at Detroit, which I 100% got that game wrong. That surprised me. I think Green Bay's kind of the real deal here, and I think they're going to expose a little overrated Denver team. And the line's super fishy, like you mentioned, Ethan. So, yeah, give me Green Bay. I think it's the right betting side here.
Bro, you're getting the Broncos, the number 2 seed, the team that's going to beat the AFC West champions at home plus 2.5. Yes, Ricky. Yes, you can get that. I'm with you guys here, mate. that is a Ricky bet, 100%.
Yes,
yeah, give me Green Bay here with you guys. I'm not going to add too much more because I think you guys nailed it. All right, Sunday night, Minnesota Vikings at the Dallas Cowboys. 5.5-point home favorites are the Cowboys. Over under set at 47.5. 47.5? That's a lot of points for 9. What do you think, Wyatt?
I don't know what to think, man. It seems like one good JJ game's followed by 3 terrible games. He probably gets, actually, one terrible game that he gets a fake injury in, that he's out for 3 weeks, and he comes back and has a really good game. So it just kind of seems like the same old rotation over there for 9, but I'm going to give it to him. I think he should have some success against his Dallas secondary. That's just not fantastic still. But just not a bet I'm in love with. It's hard because it is that Sunday night game, so I'll probably have to bet it. And if I'm going to bet it, I'll probably root for my Michigan boy. Yeah, not in love with this game at all. I'll take the slightest of chances on Minnesota, but it is honestly just a guess for me. Not much help. I apologize.
Yeah, hear me out. 9 calls it, hangs it up early. Coaches, Michigan takes over. Little young. The opportunities there. I am going to lean with Dallas in this game, and I need to do some research on this, but I do think this actually does have some legs here. I think if you fade a team off a shutout win and play on a team off being shut out, I think that'd be a moneymaker just throughout if you did that endlessly. But Vikings were off being shut out, come back, shut out the Commanders 31-0. So there's a 1-0 right there for it. not really interested in playing on the Vikings after a shutout victory, especially with McCarthy. We saw him have his best game of the season against Detroit and then kind of laid an egg there the next week against the Ravens. I just don't trust him yet in his career to put together back-to-back nice games. And then at this point, the Cowboys, they were kind of off an ugly primetime showing. That's the last thing people will remember. I think at this point, they know they still have a shot to make the playoffs, especially with the Eagles' poor play. They just need to win games. They don't have anyone left on their schedule that's necessary to look ahead. They're home against Minnesota, home against the Chargers, on the road against the Commanders and the Giants. They can easily go 4-0 in those games, get themselves into the playoffs. I think it's just win now. Think they're the better team. So I'm going to lay it with Dallas in that one.
I'm going to be with Ethan on this one. This is a toss-up game for me. I really don't feel great about it either way. Dallas is at home, and they've got a really good offense. Defense has been playing better too, but Minnesota's going to have to score points. And so, is he going to be able to score enough to keep this within 6? Maybe, but we know Dallas is scoring. So, I'm just taking the home team on this one at the 5.5. Monday Night Football. We have Miami versus the Pittsburgh Steelers. Steelers 3-point home favorites. All runners set at 42.5. Are there any Dolphin bars in Pittsburgh?
Sure there are.
I don't know, man. This one, what a terrible way to end the show, because I feel like I have such a poor read on both of these. Do either of you want to take this game and start with it? Because I don't know.
I'll start with it.
Okay.
And I'll start by saying, could we really not have flexed this game or that Sunday night game for like Lions Rams or
Yes.
What was the other, Bills Patriots? Like, really? But yeah, I'm gonna take the points with the Dolphins. Are the Steelers the luckiest team on earth this year? Like, come on, this team. I'm gonna freaking lose my under win total on this team, and they're so they lucked out to beat the Jets week 1. Super lucky to beat the Patriots week 3. Lucked out to beat the Colts in week 9. I don't remember how the Vikings game went. They won by 3. They probably got lucky there. Lucked out to beat the Ravens last week. Like, this team could easily have 3 or 4 wins, and they're somehow sitting at 7-6, leading that division. I mean, they're a bigger fraud than anybody this season. This team is nowhere close to good. Their defense is atrocious, like bottom 5. Rodgers is not good. He's playing okay, but he's just nothing even close to what we're used to. This team just sucks. I'm not laying 3.5 points with them ever against anybody. Dolphins playing extremely good football right now. This team hasn't lost since October 30th. They're just kind of just doing their thing. 4 straight wins, had a bye in there, beat the Bills. They're just beating who they're against. And outside the Bills, their wins haven't been against great teams, Commanders, Jets, Saints. I don't think the Steelers are any better than the Commanders, the Jets, and the Saints. I really don't. They're just not a good football team. So I'll take the points here with the Dolphins. Just no way I could lay 3.5 with Pittsburgh.
So are you saying that if they would take the ping pong tables out sooner, that this team would have been undefeated?
Probably. Yep.
Did Tua get a win in the cold last week at MetLife?
You're
Wow.
right.
Did he break the curse?
You're right.
Now, I
he
don't
did
know
best.
what the temperature exactly was, but this one's going to be pretty nippy. I just checked. It's a high of 26 that day, which means it's probably going to get into the teens come kickoff. God, I really hate both teams. I'm just going to take a swing on the lucky Steelers. Maybe they find a way to win it and cover the spread. They seem like they always do. Gonna hope that cold is gonna affect Tua more than it did last week against a terrible Jets team. I think the Steelers get to them and make them uncomfortable, and they luck out to yet again another win and kind of on their way to winning the AFC North, which would be absolutely insane. But give me a slight lean on the Steelers in this game, hoping it's a cold one.
It's insane, but not unthinkable. Wyatt, I think you predicted that, didn't you? Steelers division?
I did. I think
Damn.
I did.
Yeah.
Flex on them. Yeah. I don't know, man. I ain't gonna lock them down, baby. Yeah.
Did you see him do that to Isaiah Simmons?
Yeah. You like went and
Wait,
found
what
him?
happened?
Yeah, he scored a touchdown, and Simmons did it like on a sack early in the game. Then he scored a touchdown, went over to him and found him, and went like this,
Right in his face.
right in his
Right
face.
in his face.
Oh,
Like
God.
all his teammates are running into the end zone to celebrate with the dude, and Shador's running across the field trying to find this guy.
Dude, that is like I could see that in Pee Wee. Like even once you hit middle school, I feel like it's just okay.
Yeah.
Do
You guys remember the X across the crotch? Like
Yeah,
he would do to people? Like that's that, dude. Wyatt, I think you talked me on the Pittsburgh, dude. I really do. I think you talked me on the Pittsburgh side. And Ethan, I think you talked me on the Pittsburgh side too. You said this team hasn't lost since October. That's got to change at some point there, dude. Give me Pittsburgh in a cold game for Rodgers to get it done. I mean, I didn't think that they were going to win last week. The fact that they did, okay. Can they beat Miami? Oh, bump Miami up to 5.5, then I might take Miami. But yeah, honestly, I think this game's a push. I think it don't matter what side we take.
push.
Real quick, is he switching? I see him tapping.
No, I'm actually thinking
He's like, oh,
I
hell
actually
no.
kind of really like Miami.
We did have a comment on our picks on Instagram this week, and he said, y'all need to start picking the Bears or something like that. Y'all never pick the Bears. He's going to not be happy that we're all on Cleveland this week. That's rough. That's rough.
I mean, I'm going to be
follow
straight up
that up.
honest with them. I'm going to pick against the Bears for the remainder of the season.
I think I will too.
I don't even know who they're playing, but it's not going to be the Bears.
I mean, after this, they play the Packers, the Niners, and the Lions. Three
That's three
superior
losses.
opponents.
Let's see. This is week
15,
This is week
I believe.
15. Yeah, okay. Can I do this to Vegas? I mean, the squad ride 10-2-2. Hey,
It's impressive.
hey. 10-2-2. Hold my
Ethan's
shit.
on a hell of a streak. What is this, like 8 weeks in a row that he's been?
I
I can't remember the last time we lost. If you include the pushes, it's been a long time.
Yeah. We were trying to push last week, but damn, Washington couldn't give us anything. All right. Well, I think, shoot, I didn't have this prepared. Now I'm forgetting what we were all on. We were on Green Bay. We were all on Arizona, correct?
I know I am on Green Bay, and I think I am. Who's
I'm
Arizona
on
playing?
Green Bay. I'm on
Houston.
Arizona.
Yes. Green Bay, Arizona.
Bills.
No, I'm
Are you
on
on-
Patriots
Yeah.
for that one.
Let's do Arizona.
Oh, I
I feel
love
like
it.
I feel like we've just been gross this whole year.
Yeah. Also, yeah. If you
Yeah.
go back and see every single squad ride, it's
7 of them are Browns.
Browns, Jets.
I
Yeah.
think Cleveland was back-to-back weeks, too.
Got to get ugly every once in a while.
Yeah, all year. I love it.
It's working. You guys got anything else before we get out of here?
Big week. A lot of good matchups. Tough week to bet, but I am excited about the couple big matchups. Seems like it's matchup wise has been is a really good week. Not 4 puke in the mouth games like we had last week.
I got to say, I came into this thinking I would barely have any games that I liked. I think I found 6 games I might end up betting. So
That's
I'm liking
that's
it.
why we do this, man. That's why we do it. Hopefully, we convince you, push you guys onto some bets as well. With as many times as I'm on the island this week, either congratulations to you guys on a great week, or I'm coming in acting different next week. Maybe I bring in the chains out. Maybe I'm actually getting a watch not made of paper. We'll have to see. I got to catch up to you guys, though. I'm on the bottom looking up. But hey, all 3 of us, over 100 wins, all of us profitable into week 15. That's hard to do. 3 different guys with their own varying opinions. Great work this season, guys. Thank you guys for watching. Once again, if you haven't subscribed, please make sure you do so. We'll see you guys next week. Peace, guys.
Later, guys.
See you guys.